Hey everybody, it is July 20th, 2026. It's Joe from the Strange Voyage Files. And I'm going to talk about bands that decided to go grunge. Sadly, decided to go grunge. Now, I was also thinking of ranking these albums, but for two reasons I'm not. One of them is that there's a couple on this list that's going to be a bit of a stretch. I think that they went grungy, and I have a feeling not everyone will agree. And the other one is I don't want to listen to these albums. They suck. Every single one of these albums is absolutely terrible. So that being said, let's get started. And I have to use the old iPad, or not iPad, Samsung tablet, to start off with. Which one? Yes. This is the one, I'm going to start off with the one that people are probably going to say, no, this was not a grunge album. It was just a everybody across the board will agree it was a bad album. I, however, do believe this was, they tried to be maybe not as much grunge, but maybe more industrial than Halen 3. By far, if everybody is in agreement, this is the worst Van Halen album of all time. The only song for me that's good on it is the one that was the single, Without You. Beyond that, it's just garbage. It's absolute garbage. But God, what were some of the other songs? I can't even tell you the last time I listened to this stupid album. Dirty Water Dog, Fire in the Hole. Fire in the Hole, that was in Lethal Weapon 4, I think. Yeah, you can tell that they're trying to be darker, more edgier, following that more like Soundgarden-ish rather than Nirvana. So I would absolutely throw this one into the they went grunge. Garbage. Absolute garbage. I'm going to go through the ones that I don't physically have. The next one is... Sorry, guys. How you doing? I hate that show. God, do I hate that show. Oh my God, do I... Seriously, that show is... I don't know how anybody could like that album. Or that show. Or like that album. The next one, too, I don't really agree with this one, but this one came up. I always do a little research, Doggy Dog. I see where they're coming from with this, but I also love this album. But I don't really feel that this one went grunge. It's got elements. They're definitely a departure. I mean, Janie Lane wanted to get as far away from Cherry Pie as possible, so you definitely see the departure. I actually still think it's more of a hard rock, heavy metal album than grunge. That's just me. So that one, I don't think. Why is this? Oh God, stupid thing. I don't think that one really falls into the grunge category, but it definitely comes up when you look. When you kind of look this stuff up. So there it is. This one for sure. Whatever. I don't care which one of the two I pick. Load and Reload. Now, I will say, I love Doggy Dog. It kind of ends weak, but Load and Reload, they have good songs. They're not absolutely terrible. I like Fuel. The Memory Remains, I think, is awesome. On Load, Until It Sleeps, Hero of the Day, King Nothing, I don't like Mama Said. And again, it has elements of metal, but it's definitely moving more towards that. You can hear the grunginess, the darkness. They shave all their hair off and all that stuff. And that was a big criticism of these two albums back then too. Was they were not only starting to sound grunge, but they were looking grunge too. I mean, there's that famous Behind the Music, I believe it is, where Kirk Hammett goes, "We're all about the music, not the length of our hair." Yeah, but your music wasn't doing great. It was doing well. I shouldn't say it wasn't doing well. Selling extremely well. So I would definitely throw the Load and Reload albums in there. Oh God, you're talking about an album I can't not stand. It's just 90. Now you talk about a garbage album. The Karate album. Mötley Crüe, 94, self-titled Karate, whatever you want to call it. And this is, I mean, now this one is, now we're going into the ones that are absolutely, without a doubt, trying to be grunge. This is them trying to be something they never were. It's horrible. I don't like anything. Hooligan's Holiday is somewhat listenable, but I absolutely cannot stand this album. This is why I can't rank these, because I have no idea where I would put this beyond the other ones. But yeah, Mötley Crüe trying to be relevant, which, you know, Tommy Lee has been trying to do ever since, and he has done a very bad job of it, but so has the rest of the crew. Although Nicky had some success with the solo stuff, or whatever that band was. But just nobody wanted to hear Mötley Crüe trying to be Pearl Jam, and this was an absolute disaster. The next one is a lot easier when I get to these albums. Again, I'm a completist, so bands that I love, I will have their garbage albums, but not these other ones. Now I have all of these digitally because I had them in my old collection, which has long since been sold. I have no intention of rebuying some of these albums at all. Holy God, is this bad? Ready? Slang. Slang is so bad. You know, it's two things. It's Joe Elliott trying to make the band relevant, trying to push away from the hysteria days, you know, the stuff that actually made them money, and trying to be grunge. This album is so terrible. I remember I was just destroyed, and I remember what was the first single? I remember hearing it. Work It Out. Was Slang the first single? Like, I'm gonna say the first thing I heard was Work It Out. And I was like, well, it's okay, I think. I think it's okay. And it wasn't okay. There was nothing okay about it. Def Leppard had no, and they've tried to be everything else. Try to be Def Leppard, and you'll be successful. But should I do it again? Should I do it every time I talk about it? And you know, I really want to make this point clear. And I'm going to do it at the end of another video, just a dedication to how great Steve Clark was. So I'm not going to go into this in great detail. I love the guys in Def Leppard. I'm not a big Viv fan. I didn't think he was a good fit for Def Leppard. I probably would like him a lot more if he never was in Def Leppard. And I do like Joe. But Joe's the reason the band music has been garbage. And they won't stand up to him. And again, when the Book of Rock is written, I want to be closer to the years of Beatles and the sound of that. Dude, you lost it already. You lost it. God. All right, let's go to the rest. Oh my, his worst album, Osmosis. This is so bad. Now, Perry Mason is one of the best Ozzy songs ever. I think in the last time I talked about this album, I screwed up. And I said, the other song I liked was it Goes Behind My Eyes, or no, See You on the Other Side. No, it's actually I Just Want You, the other single, is okay. But this is so terrible. This album is so terrible, and yes, I've heard the remix and all that. That stuff's garbage too. I don't know why they went away from the formula. And this isn't even Ozzy trying to be hard again. This is him literally trying. You take songs like Thunder Underground and Tomorrow. Oh my God, I haven't heard some of these in forever. What's the other one? Denial. I mean, those are him trying to be grunge. And it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I know it still sells 1 million copies. Maybe even 2, but I think that was off name. Oh. I'll never. This is an album, Angry Machines, I'll never like. I will never like. I know I said that for years about Strange Highways. I have tried because I love Strange Highways now. I keep trying with this album. I do keep trying to listen to this album. It's not really going anywhere. This is him blatantly trying to be grunge. And Ronnie is a metal guy. It's just was never going to happen. No, I don't like Black. No, I don't like Institutional Man. No, I don't like Double Monday. This Is Your Life. I don't even really like that song. No, I'm not going to say it just because it's Ronnie. No. Horrible, horrible. Could you get any worse? Yes, we sure can, Johnny. Look what they win. I mean, at least the band, with the exception of Bruce Kulick, at least the band says this sucks. Because they know that this dumb album sucks. This Carnival of Souls, which I don't even, it's like they didn't even want to release it. But I can see why. And Paul says in that book, Behind the Mask, he was dead set against doing an album like this. And he did it for Gene. And Gene has said, I regret it. You can see Gene is starting to try to go grunge with Revenge, with the stubble and everything like that and whatnot. And then they go full on grunge. And it's just terrible. Like I said, I was going to try to rank these. I couldn't. I mean, honestly, and this is kind of surprising, Load and Reload would be the best. And I'm not putting Doggy Dog. I guess if it's that, Doggy Dog would be the best, and then Load and Reload. The rest are just garbage. I wouldn't even know where to put them. They're so bad. They just equally suck so much. So this is what happens when metal gods try to go grunge. It's not a pretty sight. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. And I will see you all. Always got to press it twice.